my name's Walter Naranjo, Jr. My father's name is also Walter. I am a marketing major, management information systems minor at the Macomb School of Business. I also have lingered a lot in the TXA department, textiles and apparel, so I've taken a bunch of just fashion classes to really challenge that creative side. And my ethnicity is Colombian.
Hi, my name's Emely Romo. I am a third year here at UT studying advertising and Latino studies, and I am Mexican American.
My name's Genesis. I'm a second year business honors and textiles and finance major. I am Puerto Rican and I'm also Venezuelan, but I'm a big mix. But the relevant ones are Puerto Rican and Venezuelan.
My name is Evelyn Martinez. I'm a journalism major. I'm a freshman, and I'm Mexican.
I kind of came to terms with the fact that I just create my own identity, and it doesn't really matter if I don't feel like I fit in, as long as I'm comfortable wherever I am. In terms of being unapologetically myself, I think I'm very much what you see is what you get. So I'd say I put that attitude into the way that I shoot. I like how in Spark, I'm able to have a say in the creative direction. I say my hair plays a big part in influencing my art. I love having my hair down in shoes because I feel like that's when I feel the most confident version of myself is when my hair is down. So I would say my best shoots are the ones where my hair is in its full natural state.
The culture I grew up in, the type of structure that my household was kind of run under, the fact that my native language is Spanish. I grew up, my whole family speaks Spanish. We only speak Spanish in the house. I feel like it has definitely given me different experiences than other people, and even if I will write a fiction piece, I will still find parts of myself that I got from growing up, from my childhood, from the way that I was raised, just bleed into my work. And I feel like it gives me a very unique voice. It gives me, it allows me to give a perspective on things that maybe other people hadn't realized or hadn't looked at that, a piece under a certain lens. It kind of will reflect something that I grew up with, or the relationship that I have with my mother. Being so complicated, I'm able to kind of ingest type of media that I'm able to analyze under that lens, and instead of it being just face value.
Pieces of magical realism, surrealism, that genre that Colombia is known for, that's why we have movies like Encanto. Taking the reality that's around us and deriving something magical out of it is something I think Colombia does extremely well. And that's what I brought forward to Spark, was once I realized how to harness my culture for my creativity, I started pulling out pieces of magical surrealism from little anecdotes and metaphors and all the stories that I grew up with, and I applied those to my shoots. I think that one of the most prevalent ones were the sparkle mask that I put in our shoot last semester, which was Disconnected for Lux Aeternum. And just going back to those metaphors that we saw in our stories, of what happened when a magical being was shown. It was always beautiful, it was always luminous. And that's why I made that way. But there's little things here and there that have influenced me a lot.
My Mexican heritage is in my art constantly. As I mentioned before, I also am a Mexican American Latino studies major, and advocating for my culture, for my community, for my people is something that I am deeply, deeply passionate about. When it comes to hair and makeup, my biggest inspiration has actually always been my family. From my mom's side of the family, I come from a long line of makeup artists and hairstylists, whether it's my aunts in LA who are working in Hollywood and had their roots starting with MAC, or if it's my aunts that are still back home in Mexico with their little at-home salons, still cutting hair and making highlights and dyeing people's hair and stuff. I did consider myself to be creative, but I had no idea that I could be this extensively creative and in all the ways that I have. I've also been so inspired by everyone that I've met here, and I'm really, really grateful for that. I've made some amazing friendships, so I've grown so much, not just creatively, but socially and within myself. I feel like I've found my voice and my own self-expression, so yeah, I'm very, very thankful for Spark.